and welcome to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to give an honest-to-goodness review of Profusion Cosmetics. I have three items. It's not like a complete review of the entire line, every single product, none of that. Three of their products I am going to be reviewing though, just to check out the performance as far as blendability, whether if it's, eyeshadows. So the products that we're reviewing today is the Profusion Highlight and Contour. This is the version 1. And I'm thinking that that's the shade, because I did see a darker shade, and I'm assuming that that was probably the 2, or it could be a first generation and second generation. I'm not sure, but that's the first one. That Highlight and Contour palette is $5 retail value. So you get 3 contours and 3 highlights. I have played with these just a little bit just to see, the texture and consistency. I will say one thing off the bat that I don't like about the highlighters already is, for whatever reason, they use like a spray over, and there's some pretty chunky glitter on the top, but then once you actually wipe that away, like if you were going to do a swatch or something, that kind of goes away because it is a spray over. I'm sure you guys have seen products that have that. That kind of goes away, and you actually get to the good, highlighting pigment. So, secondly, we have a Lippie Squad to review. It comes with 6 shades, 4 mattes, and 2 toppers. It shows you on the back how they expect you to use them as far as the color itself on, all of your lips, and then just the topper in the center to give you that pop of sparkle. So we are going to be trying that out as well. This Lippie Squad is $7. This is in the option blushing nudes. There was a nudes, and then there was a blushing nudes, and I actually purchased the blushing nudes. So we've got that, and then last but not least, the Festival palette. So this palette retails for $13. It says it has multiple finishes, which it looks to me like it does have some, shimmers and some satins, but it's mostly, to me, just shimmers and mattes. But I don't have a problem with that at all. It's absolutely gorgeous. There are a lot of beautiful colors in there to work with. And bright colors is something that I'm not super used to wearing, super comfortable with wearing, or super comfortable with actually applying on my face. So that should be pretty interesting. So I got this bright yellow shirt on. So quick backstory. First of all, I don't know if they still have the deal going, but when I purchased these items online, which was quite a while ago, if you watched my last video, I had already planned to have this video up and done, but ran into a snag. Well, back to what I was going to say first. If you order $25 worth of products on Profusion.com, you got free shipping. So I was like, yeah, this is the perfect time to buy this. So, and it was. So I purchased all of these items, and probably would have had this video up about Sunday or Monday at the latest. But there was a snag, and this was the snag. So when I got this in the mail, there are 9 pans that are completely decimated, and it was a mess. It was a mess. It was all over everything. So the, I emailed Profusion. They were absolutely wonderful about replacing my palette. They didn't give me any grief. When you click on the help, the tab or whatever, it does ask you to attach some photos. So I just attached the photos, sent them in, and they replaced it. I will say this though, they do have the #1 fastest shipping of any online cosmetics company so far that I've dealt with. And then secondly, their tracking process, and it's just USPS. So I don't understand what's different, but with tracking these packages, it was the best in comparison with other items that I've received. even through USPS. I don't know if they have like a better system with Profusion or what, but the tracking was amazing, the shipping was amazing, and honestly, you know, the team that actually assists with public relations and returns, they were amazing. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. So I am going to go ahead and get my hair put back. We'll do my contour first because I already have these crazy brows on. They look crazy because I have no other makeup on. They're pretty good today. I'm not going to complain about those. Now, the eye look I won't be doing on camera simply because it takes me forever, because every little thing bugs me, and I know with these wild, crazy colors, I'm just going to be like a maniac, you know, fine-tuning, blending, and I'm probably going to have arthritis or something by the end of this video, but hopefully not. But now I have played around with the Broken Shadow palette, and from what I can tell, it's definitely not a bad formula. Certainly the shimmers and the satins are a much softer formula, which is my opinion, or in my opinion, why every one of the pans that are destroyed in the initial palette that was sent are all shimmers. So the shimmers are a very soft formula, which is pretty good. Usually that means finger application, of course, which most shimmers you do need to put them on with your fingers. So we'll go ahead and I will get my hair out of the way and we'll do our contour. Okay, so I've just got some cheapy brushes. I'm not going to do, you know, a whole big lot of crazy contouring, which I never do, and I always say that because I feel like that's the big Instagram, the big YouTube thing, is to do some very heavy contouring, but I'm not good at it. I don't feel like it looks good on me, so I'm not going to do it. But I am going to come in with this shade Light Sculpt, which barely looks like anything, but it does look well suited to my skin tone because it is a little bit cooler, but still has, you know, some pigmentation to it. It's not all gray. I do like a more grayer compared to a more orangier sculpting palette, though, for sure. And it's definitely pigmented, so I'm not going to complain about it. Just bring that from the ear and up. Guess that's about all there is to it. That's all that I do. At the bottom of the cheekbone, of course. And that's not that bad. So that's not bad. That's not a bad contour at all. And that's the only way that I do contouring. I don't do a lot of crazy sharp lines. I don't contour, you know, a whole lot of my face. I do my cheekbones and a little bit of my forehead and a little bit of my nose. My nose I will be doing off camera simply because I am horrible at it at this point, and usually you can't even tell I've done it anyways. So I do feel like, for me, in my comfort zone, that is definitely enough contour. That's all I'm doing. I am going to start up at the hairline and just pop some of that color in there. And can't really see it a lot on my forehead, but I don't really have a problem with that, honestly. I feel like the less I see my contour and notice it, the better I'm doing, because I do have such fair skin. And I am coming in with some of this Impulse, which is the lightest shade of the highlighter. I'll be honest, so far, the couple of times that I've played with this, I haven't been super big on the highlighters, not only because of that spray over, but just because I don't really know if I like the actual effect as far as the highlight that it does give me. I know the highlight's probably going to be a little bit hard to see with the actual setup that I have for my lighting. It's not bad. So a quick nose and Cupid's bow, and be done with that. Okay, and so on to the eye look. And again, I apologize about the traffic. It seems to always be this time of day when I am wrapping up my video. So pretty much, am I blown away by the performance of the shadows? No. Do they have pigmentation? They do. They're very pigmented. You know, it's easy to practice and create a lot of different looks, especially if you're just starting with eyeshadow and stuff like that. So as far as for the price point and the quality, it's definitely well worth the $13 that it did cost for this festival palette. So I used a few of these and a lot of these. I used a lot of browns. This yellow and this gold in the center of the eye. Now, I have noticed already, just in the time that it took me to get the rest of my look put together, I have noticed some creasing. Of course, some of the pigmentation is lost, but it is overall very blendable, very, you know, budget friendly for sure. For $13, that's 35 pans. So, on to the lip. I do love this lip. As you can see, it is long wearing. It doesn't transfer. It is matte. To me, it's a super good formula as far as matte lipsticks, because mattes are, you know, my preference. So for $7, this Lippie Squad, even though I don't much like the two toppers as a topper, I still like the whole thing, because I'm sure that there will be days when I just want to put, you know, a little bit of that topper on and go on about my day. Now, the highlight and contour kit. I hate the highlighter. I know that it looks really pretty and shimmery on camera, but in real life, my Cupid's bow, I do not like the way that looks, because it's just too chunky. The glitter is too, each particle itself is too big. It's not, you know, as fine as far as what that glittery dust needs to be to look okay in person. Also, I did put the highlighter here. It's already made its way all the way down to here, settled into lines, of course, which highlighter usually does. But the highlighter is not for me, but the contour is. I do like the, you know, pretty good contour as far as the blendability of the powder. At least with the powders and the foundation that I wore today, I don't have any problem with my contour for today. So I will be using that contour palette, but as far as the highlighters, I won't be using those. I may test them out as an eyeshadow or something like that, but for the price point, again, Profusion is not a high-end cosmetics line, which I'm sure you guys know that. But for the price, definitely at least the contour palette for the contour alone and the Lippie Squad, they are a definite yes. And the eye palette, if I wanted to create a look that I expected to, you know, wear all day, no, I wouldn't advise it. But if you just want to play around with a lot of super fun colors, then yeah, because I've had this on for about 40 minutes, just doing everything, getting everything done as far as the rest of my look, and I definitely can tell a decrease in the pigmentation. So I feel like every time that I blink, I'm going to lose color, if that makes sense, and it's going to settle into my crease. I can already tell that. So, but as far as the coloring, you know, as you can see, it is very beautiful. It's not at all, you know, it's not super patchy. It's easy to blend, and I do like the color setup. I do think this setup of colors with your, you know, cooler browns over here, warmer brown, and then a bunch of crazy colors in the middle. I love that setup. So, that concludes my review. Overall, I think that Profusion is pretty good, especially to be a line that either is or was in Target. I do actually like that line, so not a bad review at all. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Also, I want to let you know that in the next, we'll say 35 days, I will be doing a review of the Halo Kiwi. I have been having some issues with my skin as far as dryness and redness, probably from retinol, because I have been using retinol. But I am going to try out Halo Kiwi, and I am going to let you guys know my honest opinion, whether if I can see any results at all, especially, you know, it is the skin formula specifically, so I will let you guys know about that. I do want to thank any and everyone who's watched any of my videos or subscribed to my channel. I definitely want to thank you so much. I do appreciate your support, and I hope that you guys have a great day.